again. This is Lisa DeBoer, picking up with the second Goltzius print in this exhibition. Goltzius, as I mentioned before, is a printmaker's printer, one of the most famous people you've never heard of unless you are a printmaker. And let me just give you one example of that, because in this print we have a lovely little inside joke, and it's the hand right here. One of Goltzius's most famous drawings is a drawing that looks like an engraving, and it's of his own hand. And it's actually almost quoted right here in the hand of Joseph. Goltzius was injured as a young boy. He burned his right hand terribly, and as the burn healed, the scars kept his hand in an awkward position for the rest of his life. And that became his Buren hand. It became literally his hand as an artist. When we talk about style or manner, we often use the synonym hand. And Goltzius was famous for his hand. And he made a portrait of his injured hand in the style of an engraving. It's a drawing that looks as if it were engraved. And he's showing off here his ability to trick the audience. You think this is an engraving, but it's a drawing. This print is the 6th in a series of tricky prints. One of the most impressive things about it, you'll notice right away, is its size. It's a large format print. This is a large copper plate he's working on. But this print and the previous 5 are all impersonations of other artists' hands. In this print here, he's combined references to 2 paintings by an Italian artist named Federico Barocci. Those paintings were in turn translated into prints by a very famous reproductive printmaker named Cornelis Kort. And Goltzius here has assembled a variety of memorable quotes from those images, disguising his own creative synthesis as someone else's hand. It's pretty impressive, and collectors at the time absolutely loved these sort of artists' inside jokes. Other prints in this series mimicked the work of Albrecht Dürer, Lucas van Leyden, Raphael, other famous people. In fact, one of the prints in this series, the circumcision, was after Dürer. It was not a direct copy of a Dürer print, but it was done in Dürer's style. Goltzius artificially aged the paper and passed it off as an authentic Dürer. And at the time, this was not viewed as copyright infringement. This was viewed as an artistic triumph. So here the quotation, we have a little joke, inside joke here. One of the Barocci paintings that he's being quoted is a picture of the Madonna with a cat, and there's the cat from the picture. The composition itself is picked up from yet another painting of the Holy Family by Barocci. And if we zoom out a little bit and think about this whole series on Mary in context, we can see another clever component of Goltzius's thinking as an artist. This is dated 1593. Goltzius lived and worked in the city of Haarlem. You might know from history that the Netherlands was embroiled in an 80-year war with Spain for its independence. And at various points during those 80 years, Dutch cities had to choose whether they were going to be Catholic or Protestant. Haarlem chose the Protestant side in 1581, so that's 12 years ago. Think back in your life 12 years ago. For some of us, that's a blink of an eye. This is really recent history. Goltzius has chosen a topic, the life of Mary, that is likely to appeal to both Protestants and Catholics. He's being very, very savvy in his choice of subject matter, so he doesn't alienate half of his potential buying public. All around, a magnificent, clever, bravura display of virtuosity.